did he vacuum with that thing?
I don't know. There wasn't a stitch of carpet in it. No, the courtroom.
The courtroom. The upstairs, yeah.
I mean, you can vacuum hardwood floor too, and
We didn't
tile.
have hardwood floor
You can vacuum tile.
No, you don't vacuum up the types of things that wind up on the police department floor.
Well, yeah, that's true.
You need a mop.
You need a
pressure washer, which you need.
You need a mop where you can mop the floors, the sinks, the urinals,
the
and
walls,
the showers all at the same time.
The walls, the floors,
did you ever take a drink
ceilings.
out of that
Nope.
Water fountain?
I certainly didn't.
So all that fuss that we did to get a water fountain, and they finally get us one. And I think this was before your time when they installed the water fountain. And that water fountain's in there like 2 days. I go hit the head, and Davey's in there cleaning the urinals. And then I go in and I talk to somebody that come in to make a complaint. So I've got him in the training room. And I come out, and Davey's got the same color rag in his hand that he was using on the urinals. And he's cleaning the mouthpiece and all that stuff around the water fountain. So I took the complainant out to the lobby, escorted them out, all that kind of stuff. And I come back down the hallway and I was like, hey, Dave, is that a different rag? He goes, nope, use one rag all day. I was like, oh.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the wash. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
Milk break.
Well, welcome back, everybody, and we're so sorry that we've been away for a while. It's just been hectic. With everybody had some kind of an illness at one point.
I'm going with it's all Jen's fault.
It's not. And then kids started with school, and it's just been hectic, and business got busy, and we've just had a lot been going on. So, other than that, how has everything been going?
Again, it's all your fault.
It's been going all right, I guess. I mean,
I'm coming back to your house tonight. You got a spot for me in your car and ride on with you.
Well, I do upstairs. Go up in the guest room.
I don't feel like getting gutted much tonight.
What has happened since we recorded last time?
A lot.
Let's see.
School started.
Yeah, school started.
All the kids are going back, except for the little one. She's homeschooling.
Band is in full swing. Oh, I told you about the
yes.
I told you about the football fields.
Update the football field.
So my daughter's a sophomore there in high school in the band, right? And we find out that the high school cancels all the home football games for the rest of the year because there's a water main break underneath the football field, and so apparently the coach took 2 or 3 of his biggest guys out and stood in the middle of the field, and they just sank in the field like 4 or 5 inches, just nothing but water. So they shut it down. They condemned the field until they could get contractors in there and dig it out or whatever. And this field's probably like 55 years, 60 years old. They haven't done anything to this field in forever.
It's one of the older high schools in our area, isn't it?
High school's going to be blowing dust bunnies out of their wallet for the next 16 years.
Well, so I guess the upside of that is part of this, I guess, school levy that we all had to be forced into paying is paying for a new turf and stuff on the fields.
Okay. Well, at least they get an updated field.
That was next year. So I'm hoping. I said it would make sense if they got to dig this entire field up to fix this infrastructure and backfill it. Why not just go ahead and go to the county and ask for? Hey, can we have that money that is allocated next year so we can go ahead and? But it's Berkeley County, so who knows with those yahoos. But other than that, yeah, school's in full session.
Yeah, school's going. Evan's back in school. Evan's not doing his own homework. Sam does it. Jen does it.
Tori's done it. Eddie does it. His mother has done it.
He comes over.
The boy gonna learn anything?
No. Well, and I don't know about the rest of them, but I make him do it himself. And I just sit there. If he's got a question, he can ask. And sometimes he'll have a question, and my answer is just to stare at him. Because whoever came up with that saying, "There's no such thing as a stupid question," obviously
they were wrong.
Obviously, never had kids.
Yeah,
there's no way.
It ain't just kids. It ain't just kids.
No, it's not.
But what else happened? Dog died.
Oh.
We had to deal with that whole situation.
I tell you to depress us all.
Yeah, really.
Month or 2 back, we had to deal with that. So
that is like the last couple times I've been to your house. It's been kind of depressing.
It's eerie, isn't it?
Yeah, it's weird because I don't have Bella yelling at me, and I'm not like going into full on defense mode because obviously you guys don't know, but his dog was a Mastiff.
Yeah, she's a Mastiff.
Sweet as can be. Sounded mean, sweet as can be, but she had no brakes. And she come running up to you. Well, she's just the right height to ruin your whole day if you don't turn your body to the side, throw a knee up. And I finally, after several years, figured out how to stop her a little earlier, and I would just yell at her when she was about halfway to me and tell her, "Don't you do it." And she'd go on and put the brakes on early and wouldn't run me over.
So, but we got these we got these 2 cats now, and I always said my entire life I would never be a cat person because I've always hated. They're always sneaky.
Yeah, they are.
They're ignorant.
They are ignorant, but Emmy and Riley wanted. You know, they've been begging for a kitten for a long time, but you know, Bella would eat a kitten, so we could never do that. Now they went and got these 2 kittens. These 2 actually have been pretty comical. So,
well, yeah, they're funny when they're kittens, and when they become cats, they become jerks.
Well, we got one we got one, the female. She's I don't know what she is.
Is that the one that tried to kill me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she's nice and social. She'll come out and rub on your leg and want you to pet her and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, I'm aware.
The little black fat one, he's antisocial. He's probably 2 meals away from being on diabetic medicine.
Oh goodness.
Riley just says his body hasn't grown into his stomach yet, but his belly drags the ground.
Well, so when I went over to your house the other day to help you with the well pressure tank, that cat was coming over to try to get me to pay attention to him, and I did not know that cat was there until it was too late. He's underneath my feet, and I start to fall, and the cat has a heart attack. I about half had a heart attack because I'm trying not to fall down on this cat. Emmy would have killed me. If I fall and kill her cat, she'd kill me.
Yeah, she probably would have.
Yeah, probably would have.
Alrighty, well now that we've all caught up to date on what's been happening, let's go into our first topic of our, I guess, weird and funny stories that we always have in the news. I don't know what to call this one, but I have a story for the first one. And a woman was rescued from an outhouse toilet after climbing in to retrieve an Apple Watch.
Let me guess, Kentucky.
No, Michigan.
Yeah, outhouse.
Apparently, yes. I don't know.
You could only use it like 4 months out of the year.
She said that she climbed in to retrieve her Apple Watch and became trapped. The woman's name was not released, and they, in the Department of Natural Resources, had to go in Dixon Lake in the country Bagley Township. I don't even know where that is. It doesn't really matter. But she was yelling for help, and the toilet was removed, and a strap was used to haul the woman out. And the police said in the article that if you lose an item in an outhouse toilet, to please do not attempt to try to retrieve it.
I tell you what, you beat this. That's
Justin.
One of us was going to say.
So they say it's about 240 miles northwest of Detroit. So.
Holy mackerel! That's Canada.
So yeah, that's in the middle of nowhere.
Why you got an outhouse up? You don't need indoor plumbing, okay? Because that's cold. That's got some teeth chattering.
But why was her Apple Watch off of her wrist? That's what I wanted to know. Like, why did the Apple Watch fall in the toilet in the first place?
Hey, call Michael and Sons and get you an indoor toilet.
Right. It's some Michael and Sons. You know what?
Oh.
An Apple Watch is expensive. It ain't that expensive. I'd be going to get me another.
Yeah, no, I just go buy another one.
I get it, but yeah.
Oh, and to follow up from our last episode about the chicken conversation with the elephant, somebody did the math, and it will roughly take about 2,207 chickens to take down an elephant. In case you are wondering, I Googled it.
I haven't been wondering about that, but that's good to know.
I haven't thought about it since...
I have, and I wanted to know, so I Googled it, and that was the answer.
All right, Justin, what you got for me?
Well, we're going to follow up on a story that we've been following for the last year. And so the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile's back in the news. And we're going to give this one a victory to the good guys here, because there was a group out there, a progressive movement group out there that wanted to change the name of the Wienermobile. And they wanted to change it to the Frankmobile. And that just don't
I
make any
remember that.
sense.
No.
So Oscar Mayer initially gave into it and said, all right, we'll change it. But then they were like, no, there's so much history behind the Wienermobile. We're going back.
Yeah.
So they relaunched the Wienermobile, and they refurbished the Wienermobile that got stolen and got wrecked. You remember a couple months ago, they stole the Wienermobile.
Right.
They wrecked it. They refurbished it. And so they said it's been a fantastic summer. The Instagram post said, help us welcome back the Wienermobile.
Listen, I never should have taken the Wienermobile.
So the Wienermobile was, here's some backstory. The Wienermobile was first created in 1936. It's gone through several reiterations in Chicago.
1936.
Yep. And it was the most famous hot dogger, is what they call the people who drive the Wienermobiles, is a former U.S. Speaker of the House, Paul Ryan. He drove a Wienermobile one summer for a college internship.
That's funny.
So there's some good news for you.
Okay.
Score one for the good guys.
That makes me happy. So I'm going to never fails, Florida. You always get something good out of Florida.
Florida man.
Well, this is Florida kids.
Oh, goodness.
So in Gainesville, Florida, a 10-year-old and with his 11-year-old sister were running away to California. They drove 200 miles in their mother's car before being stopped by the sheriff's department on the highway. They spotted the vehicle that was reported stolen on Interstate 75 near Gainesville about 4 a.m. The deputies, thinking they were dealing with car thieves, did a felony stop. Guns out, everything. Of course, they got a shock when a 10-year-old boy comes climbing out of the driver's seat with his 11-year-old sister. So, why did they run away? The 11-year-old girl was upset because their mother had taken away all of her electronic devices for misbehaving. So the boy was going to drive her to California.
He made a left-hand turn.
They were interviewed by detectives, said there was no indication that there was any mistreatment or abuse by the mother or anyone else in the home. The mother did not pursue charges, and their names will not be released, which is a good thing because that's not anybody's business. But I chose this story specifically because it's kind of segues into years ago when I was at the police department. An 11-year-old boy at 1 o'clock in the morning stole his dad's SUV, Ford Explorer, to go to McDonald's and get him a Big Mac.
I get it.
I mean, when you get a craving, you get a craving.
But the thing is, Dad told him, you're not getting a Big Mac, go to bed, it's past your bedtime. So boy goes to bed, sneaks out his bedroom window, goes and steals the truck, and he makes it about 6 blocks away before he slams the truck. So it was over off Snap Street.
Yeah.
He slams the truck into a utility pole and flips it over. Completely totals the truck that Dad just paid off 2 days prior to this. And the real kick in the teeth, Dad they were having financial struggles at the time, and he had just taken the vehicle since it was paid off from full coverage insurance to liability only. So luckily enough, the insurance company paid for the utility pole that the kid destroyed and everything else, but this kid totaled this vehicle. Now Dad's got to go out and get a new vehicle, and he's got no trade-in value, no insurance money, nothing. And the kid looked at me and tried to justify his actions, because I'm telling you, like, you know what, you're really wrong. This is the kind of stuff you go to prison for. He goes, well, maybe he should have just went and got me a Big Mac. I said, little boy, if you met my kid, the police would be least of your words. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
I got your Big Mac right here,
You'd
buddy.
be begging for the police to take you for a while.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Well, that is interesting. I saw that article about the kids. I didn't realize that was why they stole their car, though. I'm glad our kids aren't that naive when we take their electronics, because they would have another thing coming. Oh, that reminds me that when they got pulled over, that was the time Neely pulled me over. One of the other officers.
They think you were a kid?
He walked up to the car and he said, I thought it was a preschooler that had stolen a car. It's like, thanks, Neely. Can I go now? I'm late.
That's So.
Yeah, yeah, that would be Neely for you.
Yeah.
I'm going to vent for something for a second. All right?
Oh, this should be good.
I need a support group. All right, and I know I'm not the only one out there. So if all of you husbands out there in Cyberland are in this same boat, we need to start a support group. I am so tired of walking into my house and it is murder, death, kill 24/7 on every TV in the house. If I have to see one more crime ID or one more monster murder or one more talk show or podcast about murder, death, kill, I'm going to jump off a bridge. And it's October, so now it's nothing but horror movie.
Yeah.
I would just be happy if we didn't have to watch Curious George anymore.
Well,
but that is because we have a toddler and it's on 24/7.
At this time, right now I'll be a 41-year-old man watching Curious George.
That'd be better than what you're dealing with now.
I watched Andy Griffith the other day just to give her life from somebody getting murdered. And here he goes and throws Opie in the creek. I'm like...
Wrong episode.
Like, come on. So, for you all out there that are struggling for October, then your house is full of murder, death, kill. I sympathize with you.
Yeah.
I think the only murder, death, kill things we've watched recently would be Bones, because I've been on a Bones kick here recently.
Been stuck on watching Bones.
And we ended up finishing The Witcher the other night, and I think that's really about it that we've been watching.
Yeah, it's.
Although I fell asleep, so I have to go back and watch it.
It's Crime ID and Evil Lives Here and My Best Friend's a Murderer and all these TV shows. I'm like, oh my God, I can't take it anymore. Got to cancel the cable.
I get bent out of shape when they get stuck on these Love is Blind.
I only watched the first season because I was curious.
That was enough.
And that was enough, and now I don't ever have to watch it again. Because that was torture. At least I don't watch any of the other ones. I'm not a Bachelor kind of person or anything like that.
Yes.
And I don't watch the true crimes very often either.
Yeah, I'm out on that.
No. I lived it.
Now I could go for a good Disney movie every now and then. I'm good with that.
I'm good with Fox and the Hound. Throw that on there. What's the one with the singing frog in the swamp?
Princess and the Frog.
Yeah, I could deal with that.
Yeah.
That singing alligator's pretty cool.
Princess Tiana.
Yeah, that one.
All right. Well, on that note,
we'll be right back with you.
Hey guys, what's going on? This is Eddie with Blue Line Pressure Washing. I want to take a minute to appreciate the fact that you guys are listening and watching our podcast, and I also wanted to tell you about a company that I've been working with here recently called Home Service Business Coaching. I am not being paid to tell you about this. There's no sponsorship or any other deal worked out between Blue Line Pressure Washing or myself and Home Service Business Coach. That being said, David and the entire team at HSBC have helped me elevate my business to the next level. They've helped me develop systems for my business. They've helped me scale, as well as provided guidance and mentorship in all facets of the business. It's not a how-to program. It's not going to teach you how to do the job. It's not going to teach you how to wash a roof or how to wash a house. It's to teach you how to become a CEO, basically, and scale your business and do it effectively. If you want to be more profitable, get out of the service vehicles and put the right people in place to work in your business so that you can focus on becoming a CEO and growing your business, I highly recommend this program. It is, it's a high-ticket item. You get what you pay for, but it is worth it. I've been in the program for several months now. I've scaled my business, grown exponentially since I've been in it, and it's definitely worth it. And Coach David, Landon, Chemo, Jackson, AJ, all top-tier business coaches in sales and helping you scale and figure out what you need to do and helping you clear some of the bottlenecks in your business. So if you want to be like me and stop being in the truck all day and get in the office, surround yourself with a great team of rockstar employees, then you need to surround yourself with a great business coach. And I strongly recommend Home Service Business Coach. Their link will be in the description of the episode on the podcast on YouTube and also on Anchor Podcast. Thanks, guys. Appreciate your time. We'll talk soon.
All right, welcome back, everybody. I'm sorry for my my little word issue there. I don't know what's wrong with it.
Before you break another
We had to
brain
take our
cell.
batteries out and flip them around.
Seriously? Oh my goodness, you two are ridiculous. Alrighty, so our next topic is, let's see. We're going to play a little bit of a game. That's why you guys have paper and pens in front of you, because I want you to write down your answers, because I thought it would be fun.
All right. Have we been keeping score of the games?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure I'm winning.
A paper.
I'm not talking to you right now because you're kicking the crap out of me. NASCAR fantasy.
Oh, don't get me started. We don't have enough time to go into NASCAR. I hate that game.
So does he. And he makes us pick, and then he gets mad at us
Yeah,
when
you guys
his...
didn't do very well
No,
this
we
week.
did not do well at all this week.
I let them pick it, and then I said, you know what?
Of course,
Who do you think's going to win? Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch has won there 18 times across the series. Stage 1, what happens? He backs his thing right into the wall.
Of course, I can't say much. I had really good picks until 8 laps left.
8 to go, and everybody...
Well, I mean, I was going by statistics. I mean, if you think about it, if Kyle Busch has won 18 times, he's the most winningest driver across all three systems.
I can't argue with the logic.
Yeah. I didn't think he was going to wreck out in the first 8 laps.
Listen, my blood pressure's going up. Let's play this game
All right.
already.
So what I want you to do is I want you to write down your answers and then hold it up to the camera, and then I'll let you know who was right. And I'll keep score.
Okay.
Okay.
Let the games begin.
All right. Question number 1. What gas do humans need in order to live?
What, gas?
Yeah.
I can't spell, so...
What did you say, Edward?
O2.
He's being a chemist over there.
Justin, was that what you meant? Was oxygen?
Yeah,
Okay.
let's use oxygen.
Okay, well, clearly I am not smarter than a
College
5th grader.
education over here.
Yeah, really. All right, let's mark that
You only
down.
did that because you couldn't spell it.
All right, next one. What are the large rocks that orbit the sun between Mars and Jupiter called? Sorry, it's another big word. I apologize.
He said rock.
I don't know.
Asteroids. Justin, you got that one right. Good job.
That one too.
Did he spell it right?
Yes, he did. All right, next question.
Lies. You said one for lies.
What you talking
That's Jen telling you, yeah, you spelled it right. She can't spell either.
I have the answers in front of me.
Yeah, you.
That's the only reason I didn't have to spell it.
Yeah.
All right, next question. Question 3. Maine borders which U.S. state? Maine. The state of Maine borders which U.S. state?
I don't think I'm right, but this is what I'm guessing.
I got these questions off the game show. Are you smarter than a 5th grader? So
I'm not.
just FYI.
He said,
Oh, you guys both answered the same way, but no, that's not correct.
She gonna act like we got it right. Or something.
It's New Hampshire.
oh, I forget about them.
I do too.
I-
Sorry. If you're from New Hampshire, I apologize.
I was down between Vermont and Rhode Island. They're all up there.
Way too far down, Justin. What is the smallest fish in the world?
Nemo.
Cara says Nemo. I mean, it is a small fish.
This ain't right either, but I'm sending it.
Nemo is
No.
not a fish.
A minnow?
That's a minnow. You're fishing with minnows.
Actually, I'm gonna give that one to you. So yes,
See?
it
Wait a
is
minute, what's the actual answer?
a dwarf minnow.
See, it's a
So
minnow.
it's a minnow. I've never heard it said that before, but yeah. Hey,
You draw it wrong.
Okay.
Cara.
Sit down there and go back over to your...
Come on, Cara. Cara's trying to play the game now. All right, last question, because I don't need the the tiebreaker. All right, true or false? The kangaroo is a marsupial. True or false?
That's-
It's true.
Is it really?
It is
So they got
true.
a pouch.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know that was the reason, but that's a good answer.
That's the one.
Oh, wait, no, I have one more question. I apologize. I can't count.
Come on here.
I labeled it too. I just couldn't see it. Cara, come on, baby. All right, last question. Which one of these is a mammal? A seahorse, a sea lion, or a sea urchin?
Or seahorse.
A seahorse, a
Yeah.
sea lion, or a sea urchin?
Mommy, I found that on George. Seahorse.
I don't know. I'm going with lion.
Yes, that is correct.
Copying.
I get one right and I'm accused of cheating.
Oh, actually, you got 2 right.
Oh, did I really?
Yeah.
Look at you.
Well, I don't need the tiebreaker, but if you want to go with it, we can. It says, from which country did Mexico gain its independence in the 19th century?
Spain.
Good job, Edward.
Well, I speak Spanish.
I knew it. I knew that was where it was going.
All right, well, that one doesn't really count because it was a tiebreaker, but Justin, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right, and Edward, you got 2.
What? I don't get the Mexico.
Okay, you
I mean,
can get the
if you
Mexico
don't need
one.
it, you might as well give it to me.
All right, you got 3 right
I
then.
think I'm
Feel a
up,
lot
You
better.
Justin still won, but
I'm up 3-1. I'm up 3-1 on the games.
Justin's the one.
Yep, Justin won.
question and answer time. What?
Thought we just had that.
No, that was a game.
Oh, okay.
What's
And
the
from our wives.
I definitely can't say that. It's bad.
What's the most important lesson you've learned over your career?
Oh boy. Probably to be humble.
You want to elaborate on that, or is it my turn?
I mean, I can. No, that's, and I throughout my military career and law enforcement, between Chief Shambaugh and some of the guys I grew up with, Terry Stanley, I've been humbled quite a bit,
Yeah.
quite a few times. And no matter how good you get, no matter how much you learn, no matter how much experience you have, no matter how confident you are in something, there's always somebody that knows more, has a better way, has more experience, has just something different. So stay humble, learn one thing from good, bad, or ugly. Learn one thing from somebody every day.
Yeah. So mine is, I guess the way to say it would be to be patient. So be patient because nobody calls the cops when they're having a good day. And, as law enforcement officers, a lot of times people cuss you out, blame you for things. Everything's your fault. So you learn that even the best person in the world has a bad day. And just because somebody's giving you crap as a police officer doesn't mean you should respond the same way. I mean, you learn different tactics. And if you employ those tactics and the person continues, then they're obviously not one of those people who are just having a bad day. But again, nobody calls the cops when they're having a good day. Like if you got to call the police to come to your house or come to the store or something like that, you're having a bad day. It just is what it is.
Yeah.
So patience.
And the funny thing is you and I are two of the
We're two most impatient
we're two
people
of the
in the
most
world.
impatient people that there are.
That is true. Alrighty. Are you a night owl or an early bird?
Hybrid.
You want to elaborate on that, or you just want Justin to answer? If y'all could feel the daggers coming out of his
Just glitched.
eyes right now, it'd be great.
Eddie just glitched.
I did. My eye was starting to twitch. My ears getting red. Can't see my ears, but I can feel them getting hot.
Well, you said it to him, so I figured I'd say it to you.
So, I mean, I guess it depends. I function a lot better on minimal sleep than my wife does. She's a grouch anyway, and then if you get her out of bed with less than 8 hours of sleep or less than 7 hours of sleep, she's a hateful grouch. I can, as you know, I can be up till 4 o'clock in the morning and function just fine, or I can get up at 6 a.m. and function all day just fine. So it really
Really depends on the
Depends on what time I went
circumstances.
to bed the night before.
Yeah. I'm kind of the same way. Mine's really environmental dependent. So like my regular job, I'm up at 3:30 in the morning. So I'm not staying up till 3. But then with the military been on the road, we could be getting alerted to go to work at 2 in the morning or 2 in the afternoon. So I really can kind of function either way. I prefer to be a night owl. I prefer to stay up late and sleep in, but such is life.
Speaking of alerted, did you start at the police department after they got rid of the emergency tones?
No, they were getting rid of them while I was at academy.
Did you ever have to experience them at 2 o'clock in the morning on midnight shift?
Nah.
Holy smokes. That scare the crap out of me.
They fixed that with the red button.
First time I ever experienced that was my very first night on midnight shift after doubling back from being on day shift. And we're riding around, and I'm still training with Rouse, and I think we were up on the north end somewhere, and both of us were like, we gotta go get some coffee. This is rough, because you work 8 to 4 that day,
That
and then you
back
come
is
back in
horrible.
at midnight to work midnight shift.
Those were the worst shifts.
And it's like 2:30 in the morning, and freaking Charlie hit that emergency tone alert button, which sends off this. It's almost like our sirens, just coming through the radio. It scares the crap out. But by God, you're awake.
Yeah, they disabled all those by the time I got on the road.
Ah, you suck.
All right, last question. Would you rather spend 1 year at the North Pole or 2 years in the Sahara Desert?
Give me the North Pole.
I don't like being hot. I mean, cold, the old arthritis gets a little aggravated, but you know what? I don't like to be hot.
Which is funny because you all hear me on here say I don't like to go out in the cold. But that's a good work. If that's the option,
Can I send him with a pressure washer?
I don't know how good it would do in the North Pole.
I don't care how long it lasts. I just want to make him spray water when it's below 40 degrees at some point in his life.
If I'm going North Pole, I'm probably going to have pretty good equipment I can do that with.
Yeah, well, the question didn't ask if you had any
Well, I'm not going to the Sahara Desert. So if you ever had that as a tourist spot you wanted to check out, you and Tori would go. But you can't keep fat people like me at that kind of temperature. You can't do it.
Oh my goodness, you two are ridiculous.
We shut down and start glitching when it gets above 85.
You think we're cranky when we're hungry?
Oh my goodness.
Put about 110 degrees out there and...
You all are ridiculous. All right, so on that note, after our questions and our fun game, we're going to take another break and listen to some companies we like to work with, and we'll be back in a minute. Hey, I got it that time.
That girl.
Hey guys, what's going on? This is Eddie with Blue Line Pressure Washing. I want to take a minute to appreciate the fact that you guys are listening and watching our podcast, and I also wanted to tell you about a company that I've been working with here recently called Home Service Business Coaching. I am not being paid to tell you about this. There's no sponsorship or any other deal worked out between Blue Line Pressure Washing or myself and Home Service Business Coach. That being said, David and the entire team at HSBC have helped me elevate my business to the next level. They've helped me develop systems for my business. They've helped me scale, as well as provided guidance and mentorship in all facets of the business. It's not a how-to program. It's not going to teach you how to do the job. It's not going to teach you how to wash a roof or how to wash a house. It's to teach you how to become a CEO, basically, and scale your business and do it effectively. If you want to be more profitable, get out of the service vehicles and put the right people in place to work in your business so that you can focus on becoming a CEO and growing your business, I highly recommend this program. It is, it's a high-ticket item. You get what you pay for, but it is worth it. I've been in the program for several months now. I've scaled my business, grown exponentially since I've been in it, and it's definitely worth it. And Coach David, Landon, Chemo, Jackson, AJ, all top-tier business coaches in sales and helping you scale and figure out what you need to do and helping you clear some of the bottlenecks in your business. So if you want to be like me and stop being in the truck all day and get in the office, surround yourself with a great team of rockstar employees, then you need to surround yourself with a great business coach. And I strongly recommend Home Service Business Coach. Their link will be in the description of the episode on the podcast on YouTube and also on Anchor Podcast. Thanks, guys. Appreciate your time. We'll talk soon.
Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for taking that opportunity to listen to those companies that we like to work with. We are now going to head into our downstream section, and we are going to finish closing out our customer relations mini-series here with talking about closing out the customers and what we do after the fact and all that kind of stuff. So, Justin, Eddie, take it away.
So, when closing, you always want to make sure that you have the details in the customer profile. And transfer those over to the technicians. You want to make sure you have them on the notes section, whatever. You want to make sure any details, you get the final closing details from the client. If the client's not going to be home, the client's going to be in a meeting when you arrive, so they don't want to be disturbed. They don't want you knocking on the door, and then you go knocking on the door or you're calling them because you don't have that information. Dog just about tore the whole operation apart. You just don't want to upset the customer right off the bat because you're not listening. You know, Jen takes the call and they tell her, please don't knock on the door. I have an infant. I don't want woken up. Please call me when you arrive, or don't disturb me at all. Just get to work. And then you ignore that request and go right into it. That's not good for customer relationships.
Yeah. So, make sure you're where you're supposed to be when you're supposed to be there. Right. Show up on time. Again, pay attention to your instructions. First thing, if you're not asking for supplemental instructions from your customers, you're not doing yourself. You're not doing them a good service.
Right.
So there should be an option for you to offer whatever extraneous, stuff that. I mean, if Domino's can do it, anybody can do it, right?
Yeah.
So make sure you're following your instructions. Make sure you're where you are when you say you're going to be there. If you're going to be late, just professional courtesy. Everybody gets stuck in traffic. Everybody has a car issue. Something happens. It's life, right? But have professional courtesy. Give your customers a call. Give them a notification, a text message, whatever they requested from you. Let them know, hey, I'm going to be a few minutes late. Or a little bit of change of plans. Just verify that it's okay with them.
Yeah.
And then once you get there, look at your estimate instructions, your sheet instructions, and get to work.
Yeah.
Do what you're supposed to do, when you're supposed to do it, where you're supposed to do it, and with the customer in mind, and you're never going to have problems.
Yeah. Taking your time when the clients are there. Ask them if they want to do a walk around with you. Listen what they have to say.
Yeah.
Because they, up until this point, we're talking about technicians now. Up until this point, they've probably been talking to, like for us, they've been talking to Jen. They've been talking to, like the slacker that's across the way outside of camera view that's supposed to be hosting this podcast. She just got back. The technician, this is your first interaction with them, and you're the most important interaction that there is.
Yep.
Because as of this point, we've got great customer service going. Now, if your technician shows up and they have, for lack of better terms, piss poor customer service going on.
Wait. So what am I?
Not doing your job.
You're supposed to say excellent customer service.
Excellent customer service.
There you go, Justin.
Just inflate her head anymore.
That's why you're losing the game.
She won't be able to, yeah. Keep inflating her head, she's not going to be able to get through the door. Set expectations. Listen to what the customer has to say, because that's going to cue you in as the technician. If they point out, a certain spot multiple times or say multiple things about a certain spot of the house, now you know what's most important to them, and that's where you want to spend your most time, is making sure you get every detail in that area of the job ticket taken care of. And can also lead you to good upsell opportunities.
Yeah, well, like you said, this is your opportunity, finishing up the job and making that final contact. This is your opportunity to make up that difference between a 4 and 5 star review.
Absolutely.
So, for example, if you know that you've had some difficulties communicating with the customer, or there's been a hiccup along the way as far as scheduling, or something hasn't been up to par, this is your chance as a technician, as an owner, as whatever, boots on the ground. This is your opportunity to turn that 3 or 4 star review into a 5 star review, and make sure that they had that positive experience, and vice versa. Just like you said, they could have an absolute excellent experience up to the time the technician gets there, and when they get there to finish up the job, all it takes is, like you said, one little thing that they're focused on that you don't hit or that you don't do to their expectations,
right?
And that's the difference in costing you a 5 star, 5 star review versus a 4 star.
Well, and when you start to clean, take your time, do the job right, clean it like it's your grandma's house, and to even go a step above that, clean it like grandma says. If she finds one speck of dirt on that house, she's fitting to go get that board that she used on your mom and dad. You know, the oak one that's got the holes drilled in it for aerodynamic efficiency.
Yep.
Don't nobody want grandma's board, okay? Nobody wants that paddle. So clean it like she's fixing to come at you with that paddle, and I guarantee you, every customer that you clean for, with the exception of those select few that there's nothing in the world that would make them happy, the good Lord himself could come down and clean their house and they wouldn't be happy about it.
There's just nothing you're going to do about that.
Yeah, that you can't do anything about. But 99% of your clients will be ecstatic if you go to the trouble. We're not about making money fast. We're about making money efficiently, and not just having a customer, but a client.
Yeah.
A client for life.
It's not a sprint, it's a marathon.
Yeah, well, and if you're out there, and by all means, go make your money. But if you're out there just trying to, put quantity over quality, you're never going to last.
You're not going to be here long.
You're going to be 1 or 2 summers and you're going to be burnt out because the word's going to get around. Just like anything else. If you show up to a property and you treat it like it's your own house, or you treat it like it's your mom and dad or grandma's house, and you take the same care that you would somewhere else, you're never going to run into an issue.
And especially, the older the client, the better the referrals. So I want to take a few minutes here towards the, we're kind of wrapping this up. We're getting down to the end of it. We've talked about reviews and referrals in the past on other segments, and I want to take a minute and go back into that and discuss and just kind of drive home how important those reviews are on Google, on Facebook, and how important a referral is. Nextdoor. So Nextdoor is primarily used by our older customers. We recently got the honor of being listed as awarded with favorite on Nextdoor for this area. Now, we've gotten probably thousands of jobs from referrals on Nextdoor. If you get, or thousands of dollars worth of jobs from referrals on Nextdoor. If you clean Sally's house and Sally is ecstatic, she can't wait to tell her friends. And she tells her friends, who's her friends going to call? Are they going to call Johnny's Pressure Washing down the street, or are they going to call Blue Line Pressure Washing because that's the people who made Sally so happy?
Yep, and you think about it, you go trust your friends, right?
Yeah.
If you trust your friends' judgment, you're gonna, you're gonna trust your friends. If their friends trust this company, you're gonna give them a chance, right?
Well, and it goes, the reviews and referrals go hand in hand because it is statistically proven that people trust Google reviews more than they trust recommendations from their family. So if Sally refers you to her friends and says, hey, this is the contact information they gave me, and the friends go and look you up on the internet and pull up your Google profile and see you've got 150 5-star reviews, then You've all but got that. That's your job to lose. I mean, seriously, it's your job to lose. Now, don't go price gouging people, but charge a fair rate for your company. You should be making at least 60%, if not more, gross profit after paying your technicians and buying your chemicals. Now, that does not include your overhead cost of running a business, but charge at a proper rate, do your research, do your homework, charge a good rate, make sure you make enough money to keep your company afloat and running as a top tier company. But that's your job to lose. If you get a positive referral and a 5-star review from Sally, you're guaranteed to get jobs off of that.
Yep. And if you
All
think
but
about
guaranteed.
Well, if you think about it, if you make 1 out of every 5, you know, if she refers you to 25 people and you get 5 referrals out of that, that's 5 that you didn't have to spend money on marketing and spend money on social advertising and spend money on walking door to door in time and stuff like that. While I've read some comments on some of the boards about, well, people are spending too much time worrying about their Google reviews, and they're putting more.
I say, Google reviews is what gets us 90% of our clientele. Because I get a lot of people, they're like, oh yeah, I just, Googled you and I saw all your reviews and I was like, oh man, this company must be good. So a lot of times our customer comes straight from Google.
100%. I've seen some of the comments saying, well, we're here to make money. We're not here to generate reviews.
But you're not going to make money if you don't generate reviews.
And that's exactly my comment, is you should be treating your reviews and your referrals exactly the same way you're treating your customer payments.
Those reviews and referrals are your cash cow.
And we actually offer, not to take Edward's, segment here, but we actually offer our technicians a tip. If they get a 5-star review from being out of the job, they get a $5 tip on their next pay. So it encourages them, to go above and beyond and get that review from that client.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because at the end of the
biggie
day,
bag incentive.
Yeah, that's what we call it.
Biggie bag. Biggie bag. But at the end of the day, $5 is nothing to us if that one Google review that we lands us a $1,000 customer.
And again, just to clarify and make sure that nobody misheard, because I just know somebody's going to say, well, it's not legal to pay for reviews. I'm not paying the customer for the review.
No.
I'm paying the technician for doing a good job and getting a review.
Yeah, sorry, I should have worded that better.
Yeah.
Trying to get a seal.
No. We pay our technicians for going above and beyond and getting,
Hey, this is Johnny from the FCC. Oh, that's great.
That's all we need.
My bad.
But
Craig's 1.0.
Yeah. Well, and it's not just that. You should be offering. If you're a one man company, I get it. Offer yourself an incentive. I don't know. But if you've got technicians, if you guys that are out working your company, you should be offering them other incentives as well.
Right.
Not just a base pay.
Right.
They should be, if they're out there doing a good job, if they're out there, boots on the ground, marketing for you, putting signs up, doing a good job, you should be rewarding that. That's how you're going to keep loyal. We could do a whole different segment on loyal employees and stuff like that. But
I stopped in.
We'll put that in the queue for another later.
I stopped into the job site today just to drop off a couple of the yard signs that I picked up today, so the guys could put them out later. And I couldn't get out of the.
Now you're the one trying to destroy all the setup.
Tear everything up. I couldn't get out of there without that customer coming out and telling me just how much he loved the employees, how great they were, how great they treated him, what a great job they did. He could not do anything but talk great about those guys. And we'll get into that in another segment. We'll definitely do a segment on that. And here's the incentive. If you're a one-man crew, here's the incentive to get the reviews. How long do you want to be in that truck? Do you want to be on the tools all the time, or do you want to be a business owner? And
you got to make the decision early. Am I in the business to pay the bills, or am I in the business to make a profit?
Right.
Because there's a distinct difference between the two. If you're just paying the bills, you're never growing.
You're not.
If your plan is in it to
make
a profit,
you need to
and grow your business, then this is the stuff you need to do.
There's your incentive for the reviews.
All right, guys, that was a fascinating segment. No, I'm not being sarcastic about that. That was actually really insightful. You guys, got anything to close out this episode?
No,
I'm just kind of curious to see if you're going to glitch again. So I'm excited to get to the closing remarks because I want to see if we have.
It just started glitching again.
See your car got the batteries in, right?
Oh, goodness. All right. You two are annoying. I'm done with this episode. All right. So don't forget to check us out on Facebook and YouTube at Blue Line Pressure Washing. And if you have any questions and would like us to answer it on the air, please drop us a line at justin@bluelinepressurewashingllc.com or leave us a voice message at anchor.fm/bluelinepwllc. And we will see you next time at the wash. Wait, what?
Got something.
I did?
Yeah.
What did I forget?
What's new?
The website has.
Oh my goodness! I totally forgot. Oh my goodness! Okay.
Check out our website, thewashpodcast.com. It's got some great behind-the-scenes photos and some other information on there, some blogs that hopefully will be helpful to you guys. And
You'll be able to go back and check out previous episodes.
Yeah.
And if you guys, if we have went out and or if we've come out to your house as a customer, you've taken pictures of the guys or taken pictures, please send them in so we can put them up there.
Absolutely.
That's where we're going to post the shenanigans. So check us out there. Let us know what you think.
All right, guys. We'll see you next time at the wash.
Now we're out.